This game is T and is not suitable for kids. Here comes the second day of the suspension. My current situation is pretty bleak. I'm leaning my back against a wall, intensely watching my surroundings. I keep my breath light and my ears high. Shit. One of them is coming this way. I try to move away without making a single sound. The washroom is this way, but it's a dead end, so I probably should take another route. Maybe it's safer to take refuge in the courtyard. This is bad. Yes, the stage is my school. And right now I'm being chased. The pursuers are none other than the respectable teachers. I was seen trying to climb for the window of the reference room. I should have sneaked in there during lunch break instead. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Gah! Lunch break has already started. Things are getting worse. If other teachers start joining in the hunt as well, there's no way I can escape. Even better, the students are going to make a ruckus when they see me. I should have worn the freaking uniform. It could have helped me blend in with the crowd. Anyway, gotta find a way out of here. In the first place, why was I being such an overly honest fool coming to the reference room? Is anyone going to die if I don't go there for one day? I'm in serious shit now! The main gate is too far from here. I guess going to the reference room is the safer choice for now. Rattle. Still crouching down, I reach out to open the window from the courtyard side, and then I stay still, waiting. There's no reaction from the other side. At least there doesn't seem to be any teachers around. I put my hands on the window frame and use it as a support to fling myself inside. Hey! What's up? Microsoft, I don't care. I really don't. She's greeting me with a smile. No, just a bit surprised. Yeah. I see. Happily swaying her shoulders, Miyazawa takes out a bag of frozen pilafel along with a frying pan and stands in front of the portable stove. I rest down on a chair nearby and let out a long breath. Huh? You don't miss a beat, do you? How do you know that? Someone suspicious, huh? Well, I suppose wandering around the school wearing casual clothes when everyone else is sitting in class does qualify you as suspicious. Even so, how did you know it was me? Still handling the frying pan, she turns her head around to look at me. The stove makes a small clicking sound as it's turned off. She transfers the curry-infused pilaf to a plate and brings it to me. Thanks. I take the spoon she gives me and start digging into my lunch. Miyazawa takes her seat on the opposite side of the table and, just like yesterday, starts gazing at me. You could cut the intimacy with a knife. Even though Miyazawa may only see me as a replacement for her brother. In my eyes, she's the very definition of the female species. This is not like me at all. I pretend to focus on shoving the pilaf into my mouth to hide my embarrassment. Yeah. Sorry to have you make lunch for me like this all the time. I have to give you something in return later. That is a great feeling. That's good enough for you? So I guess you don't need my lap pillow. Well, I didn't say that. I grin at her mischievously. I lightly put my hand on her faltering head. Wait till I'm done with the meal. She nods happily, her cheeks slightly reddened. I'm very surprised the teachers haven't come back here and been like, maybe he came back, because that's where he wanted to go in the first place. Time just flows by quietly. Also, we're screwed. As soon as we come back from suspension, they're going to be like, hey, we know you were breaking into school grounds when you were suspended, so we're still going to punish you. The air, tinted with the scent of curry, encircles the two of us. No words are needed. And there's no denying the warmth I'm feeling right now. The scale of our bodily contact is ever so limited, and yet her warmth can be felt so clearly. But that is by no means completely satisfactory to me. If anything, it's tightening my chest with an invisible rope. Is this the feeling of impatience urging for more? Just what do I want to do? Am I forever going to be just a replacement for her brother?
Tomoya-san?
Huh? Miyazawa's gazing up at me from my lap. I thought you were sleeping.
Hi.
She blushes as she nods. I see.
Tomoya-san wa nani o kangaete imashita ka?
What makes you ask that? She slowly sits up and looks at me.
すごく遠い目をしていました。悩み事ですか?
It's nothing that serious.
話すことで楽になりますか?
I'm not sure. I laugh. Something's going to break if I tell her about it. Something's going to end the instant I speak this out loud. I don't dare to expect any other outcomes for the current state of our relationship and our time together. Those people who keep coming here must be aware of that too. Many of them must have been restraining themselves. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
お昼休み終わってしまいました。
Yeah, it's over. Miyazawa slowly rises from my lap, stands up from her chair, and starts moving her body around. Following her, I straighten my legs and begin to do some stretching.
Tomoya-san.
Hmm?
明日なんですけど、また来てもらえますか?
Well, if it won't be a bother to you.
ぜひお願いします。先生に見つかると、Tomoyaさんが大変なのは分かっているんですけど、来てほしいんです。
I don't know why you insist so much, but yeah, I'll come.
ありがとうございます。
She says that with a hand on her chest, as if in relief. I'll do a better job tomorrow. Those annoying teachers won't even catch a whiff of me.
はい。でも、あまり無理はしないでください。
I know. Miyazawa smiles and bows at my reply. The bell is ringing again, marking the start of the classes, reminding me that she's gone. Guess I'll stay for a bit more to make sure the teachers aren't lurking around before sneaking out. I pick up an old magazine from a shelf and find a seat to kill time. Rattle. It's the sound of someone opening the window. I keep my eyes on the window, expecting some macho to appear. But instead, a familiar yellow head's rising into my vision. Tsunohara?
Yo.
What are you doing here? Lunch break is already over.
昼休みには来てたよ。
Huh?
あんな空気の中に入っていけるわけないだろ。
Tsunohara says as if sulking. When did you start watching?
ちょうどゆきねちゃんがお前の膝に頭乗せたあたりだね。
So he's seen more than enough.
くしゃお兄さんに似てるからだって分かっててもジェラシーだ。っていうか、あんなの生で見ちゃうとさすがに心配になってきちゃうよ。
What are you talking about?
お前がゆきねちゃんの弱みにつけ込んで、いつか狼になっちゃわな
You're
いか
worried
ってさ。
about me doing that? Stop talking stupid. I wouldn't be able to walk around at night after doing that to her.
それもそっか。
Considering how much those guys who keep coming here idolize her, no sane person would dare to touch her that way. To be honest, letting her sleep on my lap is already pushing the paper-thin line between life and death.
ね、明日って何なんだろうね。
Isn't your eavesdropping skill a bit too high?
お前が変なことしないように気を配ってただけだよ。
I won't!
結果的にはしなかったね。ま、僕なら多分我慢してなかったと思うけど。
Yeah, I know you wouldn't be able to. Shrugging his shoulders, Tsunohara declares that with a proud tone for absolutely no reason.
はあ？何を我慢しねえって？
A rugged voice echoes inside the room.
どうした？
Even I get on my feet and start looking around the room.
ここだ。
The sound of a rustling fabric rises from under the table as a big man crawls out. It's the guy who came yesterday. Oh, thank goodness it's not a teacher. Tsunohara contorts his face while I take a step back. When did you get here?
あったくよ。昼休み始まって速攻できて、雪音と話してたんだけどよ。いきなり先行が来たもんだから隠れたんだ。そしたら次におめえが来て。
Oh, wow. How many people are in here? He's now glaring at me.
その上 昨日みてえな空気作りやがって。また出られなかっただろうが。たくよ。
I didn't notice him at all. So does that mean he was right next to my feet when I was lending my lap to Miyazawa?
雪音も雪音だぜ。完全に俺のこと忘れてやがって。
Yeah, that seems strange. Maybe to relieve the pain from crouching for too long, the man lightly hits his midsection and starts stretching.
で、
He relaxes his shoulders, takes a breath, and then he starts looking at Tsunohara. No, glaring at Tsunohara to be exact.
何を我慢しねえんだ？あ？
それはですね、
Tsunohara's screaming for help with his eyes. Yeah, he can't scream for help from the teachers because he ain't supposed to be here. You wouldn't be able to hold in your beastly desires, right?
岡崎てめえ！
金髪おめえちょっとこっち来いや。
引っ張らないで服破けちゃうって。そっち魔女っすよ。
Tsunohara's trying to resist, albeit in vain, as the man grips his collar firmly and pulls him toward the window. A few seconds later, they go through the window, vanishing from my vision. The overly vivid sound of a blow echoes through the air.
たくよ。
Having done his work, the man again climbs inside. Where's Tsunohara?
痛いってことは生きてるってことだよね。
Yes. His shaking hand can be seen holding onto the window frame, accompanied by his faint voice.
せいだ。
The man raises his voice, pulling my attention to him.
おめえも明日来るんだな。
Also, more importantly, is something gonna happen tomorrow? Now that I think about it, it's the first time Miyazawa's asked me to come. His eyes are soaked with sorrow as he answers my question.
来りゃわかる。ま、今日みてえに先行に追い回されるような間抜けなことすんなよ。
What the heck? I won't. So you guys are coming as well tomorrow?
ああ、まあな。
That means she didn't ask me to come because I'm special or anything.
なんだ、あからさまにがっかりしたような面しやがって。
I'm not.
大方、俺だけ特別に呼ばれたわけじゃないとかって考えてんだ。
How do they just always know whatever the main character is thinking? Ugh. His overly pinpoint guess crumples my calm face.
かなり特別だと思うぜ。
Oh, well, thanks, man. I think you're pretty special too. Huh?
明日呼ばれるってのは部外者にしてみりゃ特別だ。
What's tomorrow?
来りゃわかる。
With that said, the man steps to the window. What the heck is going on? Leaving already?
ああ、雪音も今日はもう来ねえだろうしな。
Leaving? Lifting a leg over the window, he turns his head around to answer.
じゃあ、明日な。
After his short words, the man jumps away from the window.
ああ、悪い。踏んづけちまったな。
いてててて。
Tsunohara groans as he presses a wet towel on his face. Looks like it hurts pretty bad.
むちゃくちゃ痛えよ。
Yeah, the blow made quite a sound.
助けてくれてもいいだろ。
Nope, I didn't feel like doing that at all.
少しは起きろよ、友達だろ。ってそこ笑うとこっすか。
It's not something I have to nod in agreement to with a straight face, is it?
泣くぞ。
Oh, feel free to. I reply to him indifferently and reach for a magazine. A few steps away, Tsunohara starts to weep copiously. Listen, Tsunohara.
なんだよ。今さら慰めなんていらねえよ。
You're an eyesore. Go find a corner to cry in. Wow!
血も涙もないっすね。
Well, leave the jokes aside.
本当に冗談だったのか。
I'd say just under 1% of it was a joke. Oh. I do feel a little bad for him at times. Tears start spilling from his eyes again. Let's ignore that for now and keep the conversation going. What do you think will happen tomorrow?
僕が知るわけないだろ。
I guess you wouldn't know. I suppose I wasn't thinking straight asking him that. Aw. You're still kind of annoying crying in the corner. Can't you leave the room?
ここ僕の部屋っしょ。
Yeah. We are such a tool. It's the third day of my suspension. A model student would obey the rules and stay locked inside their house all day today. A model student also wouldn't get suspended. Yes, exactly. But I'm just the kind of student to get suspended in the first place. Here we go. I slide my arms through the sleeves of the uniform and fix my necktie. This is the answer I came up with after reflecting upon yesterday's failure. I will blend in with other students during lunch break. As long as none of the teachers recognize me, there shouldn't be any problem. I glance at the clock. It's about time to go. All you have to do is show up to school on time. Nobody will ever know it's you. Lunch break just began a moment ago, and the campus is already overflowing with life. Yes, look at all of the students here that we can see. Blending into the crowd, I nonchalantly advance my steps. Even though my suspension has been announced school-wide, there shouldn't be that many people who know both my name and my face. Not to mention my current cover, that is my uniform, should provide a sufficient level of anonymity. Shut up! A guy in my class suddenly appears, piercing through my perfect camouflage with his exceptional observation skill. I dash away in silence before any danger can develop. Maybe I should pay more attention to my surroundings. Slide. That's gonna lead somewhere. I open the door to discover Miyazawa sitting in her seat looking down. It doesn't take her long to notice my presence. She raises her head to look at me. Yo, here I am.
Hi. ありがとうございます。
She smiles happily as she bows to me.
お昼ご飯食べますか？
Yeah, sure.
何かリクエストはありますか？
Omelet rice.
はい、わかりました。
She nods, beaming, and then heads toward the portable stove with a frying pan in hand. Wait, it's on the menu now?
はい。中身のチキンライスはいつもの冷凍物になってしまいますけど。
She takes out a bag similar to the usual pilaf from the cooler box. They must be from the same line of products. After that, she takes out 2 eggs.
ともやさんが初めてここに来た時、オムライスと言ってたので、次言われた時作れるようにと用意してました。
You should have told me then.
いえ、食べたいと思った時に言ってくれれば、それが一番美味しい時ですよ。
But eggs expire quickly. Wouldn't it be a waste if I didn't request it in time?
大丈夫ですよ。ちゃんと家に持って帰って、その日のうちに食べていますから。
Oh, wow. Watch out for your cholesterol level.
まだ若いから平気です。
She grins at me. She's skillfully handling the frying pan and the spatula to make my lunch. Even though the stuffing is just frozen food, the outside is, without a doubt, her home cooking. It's on a whole different level compared to what I've had the fortune to eat here. A top-class meal it is.
はい、できました。
The omelet rice is neatly transferred onto a plate and put in front of me. Yep, it's marvelous.
まだ食べてませんよ。
I don't have to try it to know that it tastes wonderful.
どうぞ召し上がってください。
You know I will. I scoop up a spoonful of the freshly cooked omelet rice and put it into my mouth.
ともやさん、
Hmm?
ご飯を食べたらお願いしたいことがあるんです。
What kind of request? My lap?
いえ、おまじないです。
You need me to do it?
はい、その、一人ではできないものなので。
Oh, where's this going? That injecting spirit ball one?
それもいいですね。
She giggles.
でも、今日のは少し違います。
I can do any of your spells as long as it's not the embarrassing ones. Her smile freezes. So it's an embarrassing one.
少しだけ。
How is it compared to the spirit ball spell?
元気玉の方が100倍くらいマシだと思います。
Just a little, huh? Or rather, just what on earth does she want me to do?
でも、その分効果てきめんです。
Well, I can't exactly turn you down after you've made me this wonderful lunch.
もし嫌なら断ってくれても構いませんので。
Tell me what I'm supposed to do first. I'll answer later. With that said, I return to eating again. My enthusiasm has somewhat eroded, though. And eventually, Thanks for the meal.
お粗末様でした。
Thank you for the meal. The meal can only last so long. I've resolved myself enough to take on a request now. Well then, time for the spell.
はい、お願いします。
She bows to me, but still can't hide her reddened cheeks. So, what should I do?
抱いてください。
Ooh, what? For an instant, I feel like every hair on my body is standing on end. I can't help looking around frantically, hearing those words from her. Did anyone other than us hear what she just said? Is there any dude hiding under the table like yesterday? I sure hope no one is crouching outside that window.
この前みたいにギュッてしてほしいんです。
You mean an embrace?
はい。
She nods to me, blushing. I let out a sigh of relief.
そして一緒に目を閉じて、前を向いて前を向いて前を向いてと3回心の中で唱えるんです。
What does this spell do?
今日一日強くいられます。
Aww.
どんなことがあっても自分を見失わず、取り乱したりしないでまっすぐ立っていられます。頑張れるんです。お手伝いしてもらっていいで
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. I just have to embrace you, right?
いいんですか？
I open my arms wide to answer her. Miyazawa breaks into a smile as she looks at me.
それでは失礼します。
She walks step by step to stand before me. Then, just like last time, she rests her head on my shoulder. I slowly close my arms. CG, please. I hold her gently but tightly enough so that not the tiniest bit of the warmth coming from her body would escape.
目を閉じてください。
Okay. I do as I'm told. My vision is now covered in darkness. For all I know, this warmth in my arms may very well be the only true thing in the world at this moment. I can feel her heartbeat with my entire body. Now I feel embarrassed. I should have learned how to control the speed of my heartbeat. The scent of her silky hair is making me dizzy. Ah, this is indeed embarrassing. But is that all there is to it?
心の中で
From the darkness, her voice takes me by surprise. I was so immersed in her warmth, I've forgotten why we're even here.
心の中でさっきの言葉を3回唱えてください。
Facing forward, facing forward, facing forward. That should be enough. The silence of this spell is getting to me. How long am I supposed to embrace her? Has it been long enough already? At least she hasn't shown any sign of wanting me to let go yet. As I slightly put my head down, I can feel her hair touching my lips. Slowly, I press my lips against her head while praying she doesn't notice. The ticklish sensation, the softness, the pleasant scent. I wonder what these people would do to me if they found me with her like this. This spell could literally cost me my life. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. The bell is ringing indiscriminately, marking the end of lunch break. I slowly loosen my arms, reluctantly letting go of her warmth. Miyazawa? But she doesn't let go of mine. Still resting her head on my shoulder, she refuses to move. Hello, Chris. Welcome. He opens his eyes, and it was Sunohara. That's the bad ending.
はい。
Don't you have to go back to your classroom? Miyazawa?
今日は早退です。
Huh?
これから行くところがあるんです。そこには智也さんにもついてきてもらいたくて、それで今日は来てほしいとお願いしました。
Where are you going? You find Yukine to be boring? Fair enough, to each their own. Her expression clouds over for a moment at my question. I can see sadness on her face, loneliness, and even then the strong will to keep smiling. It's just that fragile.
お墓です。
Yeah, I was wondering about that. With that said, her smile vanishes from her face, and all that's left is the pain. There she stands with an expression she's never shown me. The spell she wanted me to do. Now I know why she wants to stay strong for this one day.
今日はお兄さんの命日なんです。
Yeah. Your least favorite route, you don't dislike it or anything, you're just mainly comparing it to the other ones. Yeah, that's fair. Everyone has the different routes that they like. For example, I really like the Rio route, and most people are like, that one's kind of meh. I see.
すみません。こんなことをいきなり言ってしまって。
No, it's my fault for not telling you.
何がですか？
I knew about your brother's death.
え？
One of your friends came over when you weren't here, they told me. And they also told me that I resembled your brother.
そうでしたか。
She smiles, letting out a giggle. Even then, the Miyazawa standing before me right now is ever so fragile. The more she tries to stay strong, the sadder her smile looks to me. I feel the impulse to embrace her. Miyazawa. The once increased distance between us is closed with one single step. Rattle. Taken by surprise by the sound of the window, we both turn our eyes in its direction. Oh, it's you.
邪魔して悪いんだけど。
I mean, I don't know if they dislike Ryo's route, but I haven't really heard anybody be like, "Oh, I like Ryo's route." Everyone was talking about the Kyo route, which I'm like, I don't like Kyo.
そんな真剣な目で睨むなよ。
The reason they dislike Ryo's route is it's not the true route. Fair enough. It was also on the short side, but I actually didn't mind that it was on the short side.
そのさ、そろそろ時間だよってこの人が。
He?
そういうことだ。
Whoa. The man from yesterday appears right beside Tsunohara. In his hand is a flower.
ユキネ、そろそろ行くぜ。
Okay, who the heck is this guy? Who is man? With that said, he hands her the flower.
はい。